Right, g'day. Right, g'day everyone. Welcome to the Isle of Wight Zoo. I sort of hope we can get to see some of the cats. As it is, it's all about bribery today by the looks of things. Alright, this is of course Xena, our white tigress. She loves this. Okay, right, we're going to be going on a little bit of a tour today. We're going to spend about half an hour to 45 minutes going around the zoo, having a look at some of these really cool cats. As it is, it is kind of hard getting them motivated. Believe it or not, in the wild, lions or tigers rest up anything from 18 to 21 hours. So it's a fairly good siesta at the end of the day. And the real reason, the only time they really want to get up and go is basically when they need to go hunting. So it's the same for us. We have to suffer the same consequences with our cats as well. As you can see, the only reason I get Xena up is because she gets a little bit of an incentive. All right. As you can see, while she stands up, you can have a really good look at her paws. You can see her claws are out. All right. See those claws? You don't want her having a piece of you. It'll be really sore. Now, as it is in this enclosure, we've got two tigers. This, of course, is Xena, our white tigress. Her sister Zia's a little bit antisocial today, so she's lying in the back. As it is, both Xena and Zia are actually born in Longleat. They were in Longleat Safari Park, and they came to us as young cubs. They are 13 years of age. Now, as it is, white tigers are pretty amazing, specifically from our point of view. We tend to think of white tigers either as snow tigers or Siberian tigers. The reality behind these guys, in fact, they're not part of any of those type of cats. All right, they actually form part of the Indian tiger subspecies. These guys were only ever found in India of all places, and that's what really makes it so unique. And how they come about is down to a couple of factors. One is they're born because of a recessive gene. A male and tiger female would actually carry that white recessive gene, and by 1,000,000 to 1 chance, a white tiger cub would be born. But in all reality, behind these guys is the fact that at the end of the day, they're not designed to survive. All right, and the real reason behind it is because they got really bad camouflage. All right, white tigers are meant to be seen in the wild, and then we meant to accept the consequences that they're going to disappear. And believe it or not, animals like this still occur today. Maybe not white tigers in the wild. A couple of years ago, I saw a photograph of an albino zebra that was born in Kenya in the middle of the wild. As you all know, zebras are reliant on his stripes because it's all about communication. Because this little guy was born without stripes, the fact is, at the end of the day, he was seen by the predators. They knew something was wrong, and they were going to take him out regardless. So really, at the end of the day, these guys are really quite unique. Now, as it is, white tigers are not found in captivity, at least in the wild. They're only found in captivity. There are about 200 to 300 of these cats left in the world today. Now, Xena, of course, is pretty much a big favorite for us for the zoo, as it is purely for a number of factors. As you can see, she's pretty much a crowd pleaser with a good table manners. But the fact is that she's actually missing her right eye. All right, if you have a good look, she's actually missing her right eye. At the end of the day, the reason behind it is unfortunately down to the white recessive gene. Every time you breed a white tiger, effectively the next generation of white tigers pick up more and more problems with their anatomy, with their eyes, with their immune system. They become more and more weaker because you cannot strengthen a white recessive gene. All right, they get weaker every time. So in the case of Xena, she developed cataracts in both her left and right eye. As she was growing up, she actually went partially blind in her right eye. Then about 3.5 years ago, she developed what is called a glaucoma. That's when the eye pressure expands. Okay, and we had to get an eye specialist in to come actually have a look at her and decide on exactly what course of action we could do. And because she's a tiger, it's a very different set of rules applying to it. And he said the best course of action for us would be to remove her eye, and that's exactly what we did. And since then, we haven't looked back, and neither has Xena. I firmly believe that her left eye is directly attached to her stomach, because it doesn't matter how far we come in the wheelbarrow of the food, she sees us coming, so nothing stops her from that point of view.